Can you see? If I hold it like this, can you see it? It says The Raw Food Detox Diet by Natalia Rose. 5-step plan for vibrant health and maximum weight loss. Testimonies in the beginning of this book, people lost like 30 pounds in 2 months. I'm like, what? I wish I had this at the beginning. So the basic principles in this book are amazing. Waste equals weight. Okay? Whatever you don't digest and use and then eliminate is going to turn into weight. So the waste you should be getting rid of is weight. I learned about food combining in this book, which I did not learn on Natasha's program. Although I did love Natasha's program, this went and took me to the next level. Seriously. Highly recommended reading for anybody who is interested in complete health and wellness. Look, this woman, it took her, first of all, it took her 5 years to go completely raw. So if you're like, oh, I can't do that, like some of my friends at church were like, Rochelle, I don't know how you're doing it. And I'm like, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, can't you? Isn't it the same Christ who gives you strength? It is. Yeah, this lady took 5 years, so if you're worried about jumping in, she actually recommends that you don't jump in, because it's a big change for a lot of people who live on a standard American diet. What I like about this book is she has 5 stages. You take this little test, answer yes, no, somewhat, and give yourself some points, and you find out what the best plan is for you. The basic concept is learn what foods are digested well together so that they can quickly exit your body and not be stored as fat. So learning that information was so amazing. You have to get this book because it can't tell you everything in 5 minutes. So do buy it. I got it on Amazon. It costs about, oh, I don't know, it says USA $15.99. I don't know what I paid for it on Amazon because I bought 4 books at the same time. And it's an easy read. She writes like it's a magazine. It's not even like, oh, I'm reading a textbook. This is like fun reading. In fact, let me read you one little part that is so important. I shared this with everybody at church on Sabbath yesterday because I had to tell them because we eat so much soy. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist Christian, and soy is like a huge part of our lifestyles. So much that we actually got a shout out in another book that I read by Bruce Fife called, not The Coconut Oil Miracle, but there's another one I read, Eat Fat, Look Thin. It's a good book, but it's a lot like The Coconut Oil Miracle, which is why I didn't review it. Yeah, he's like, Adventists eat so much soy. Okay, look at what Natalia has to say. Soy is the most mucus-forming plant food on the planet. Wait, before I even get into this, mucus, I found out recently from Dr. Sebi. Please search for him on YouTube and watch his videos. Dr. Sebi, S-E-B-I. If you have a disease, the root cause of all disease is mucus. Look into it. Okay? Soy has received, this is the book now, Natalia's book, soy has received a huge amount of press over the last decade. It has been touted as nothing short of a miracle food. Before you slurp back a glass of soy milk in lieu of other mainstream beverages, consider this. Soy is the most mucus-forming plant food on the planet. The form of mucus it creates is called mucoid matter, not to be confused with mucous membrane. The mucus is a sticky, sludge-like substance that holds up the body's flow and productivity. It accumulates and creates respiratory distress in asthmatics, creates common digestive problems like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and by slowing down the body's digestion and circulation systems, ultimately triggers weight gain and premature aging. Nobody wants that. Then she goes on to talk about how we're always talking about how the Japanese are so healthy, and they don't even, what does it say? The truth is, Japanese do not eat nearly as much soy as soy product manufacturers would have you believe. More to the point, they do not eat the same heavily processed soy products that Americans eat, like imitation chicken and pseudo fish. That's a message to my church right there. I don't know about you, but we live on that stuff, and we be drinking soy milk like it's going out of style. Anyways, I'm not here to criticize anybody or what they choose to eat. For me, okay folks, my camera battery continues to die. Do you have any idea how frustrating that is? Oh my mercy. I'm not here to tell you what to eat. You can eat whatever you want. If it's meat and you want to eat meat, keep in mind that it takes 8 hours to digest. Keep in mind, there are certain combinations that will hurt you and not help you. Get this book! I'm not being paid to say this. It's just really, I wish I had that at the beginning of my journey. That is an amazing book. Okay. Next thing, please YouTube Dr. Sebi, S-E-B-I, especially if you have a sickness or disease. Another thing to understand real quick, if your body is alkaline, disease cannot exist. On the pH scale, there's acid, neutral, alkaline. Eat alkaline foods, drink alkaline water if you can, or put some lemon in it, which will turn alkaline in your stomach. And just make the best choices that you can with what you have. God has given you this temple, and you have to use it for Him. And if you're sick and you have cancer and disease and arthritis, which is mucus in your joints, you can't serve God. Anyways, I'm going to use all this newfound energy to work on some music now. I want to continue in my purpose, but I had to take this little sidetrack so that I can get well and healthy and share this information with you. Okay, I love you lots. I wish you the very, very best, and I will see you again soon.